Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Catch That. I am Naturally Elise, and that's my bro.
They are.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are super excited to have our good brother back. Love to see that face back to
Yeah.
talk about some more heat, and that's the good brother
Oh,
Vegas. Ah.
How y'all doing, man? I'm extremely excited for this one. I was being patient, you know, because I didn't listen until recently because I was like, I want to be fresh with it, and I hadn't
Me
listened
too.
in a while. So
Me
yeah,
too.
I'm hyped now.
Yes.
Yes. Well, before we jump into things, how about you tell folks just a little bit or a lot about you and what you do?
Okay, well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, HBCU grad out of Morgan State University. Uh, Majored in broadcasting. Originally majored in marketing at the rest in peace Earl Grave School of Business, but switched over to radio from because of my love of music. You know, listened to the radio growing up and all that good stuff. So got into radio early. Continue to do so now from a broadcasting standpoint to office standpoint, just everything. I've done literally everything in radio you could think of. And I just enjoy, whether it's music or, and I'll say this about the type of radio I've done, which is public media. Public media, the difference between public media and commercial radio is the fact that commercial radio is all about sales, right? Sure, they may play your favorite song here and there, but it's all a part of a rotation, testing, things like that. That's why you hear the same songs all the time. That's why you get 10-minute breaks, right? Because it's for profit. Public media or public radio is nonprofit. So one of the key differences is because it's nonprofit, there's a little bit more freedom creatively. So if you listen to a music station, that's where you get the announcers or the hosts that are way more knowledgeable about the music, who get to talk more about the music. And once when I started, I did a hip hop show. And once I saw that level of freedom, it was like I can't do nothing other than that because that's me. That's
Yeah.
us, right? We sitting
Yeah.
here, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about. So it was part one of those things that like I instill in my two sons about chase your passion. You don't want to wake up in a job you hate to be there. Do the thing you love. And for me to get to listen to music, be around music, primarily jazz radio is where I've been. Is just one of the best things in the world, and I get to do things like this. Talk about the music we love. So
Yeah. So, JR, how about you tell our good cousins
Yes.
what we're going to be talking about today and why you think it's important to be talked about?
Okay, so everybody, we will be discussing Anderson Paak's Malibu. As y'all can see the vinyl behind y'all. This is crazy because we actually talked about a song off this album with our boy Daniel when we started Catch That Minis. He was one of the first persons to come on, and he talked about Heart Can't Stand a Chance. So we talked about that, but we kind of got a little bit into Malibu. We didn't get that much. So when Vegas picked Malibu, me and Elise was hyped because we love this album. You know what I'm saying? Like we love this album. This album should be discussed. It's such a great album, y'all, and we really gonna get into the things, all of it, because this album is like music for real. Like if you love music as far as like musicality and all that, this album is one of those. So we're gonna get into all of that. But we do here. So Vegas, when did you actually get into Anderson Paak? How was you introduced to him?
I think I read a review slash interview. I can't remember the outlet about him and the album. And at first, I'm just kind of browsing the internet and see it and start reading. But he was saying a lot of good stuff where I was like, damn, he play instruments too, and blah blah blah. And the way they were talking the album up, it was like it was great. And I was like, man, I never heard of him. And this is like what his second album or something like that. So I was like, well, now that we got streaming services, I was like, let me check it out. If I don't like it, I keep it moving. And from the first record, I was like, oh, he got a very unique voice.
Mm.
That sounds good when he's singing and when he's rapping. And
Mhm.
wait a minute, he doing both? Like, so it was just this domino effect. Like a lot of times I listen to new albums when I'm in the gym because I could work out and like kind of focus.
Mhm.
And I just remember like getting lost in the music more than my workout. Taking like long pauses, like, oh, there's a guy to do another set. Forgot, because I'm reading everything.
Yeah.
So it was one of those moments, and I know this when you're becoming a fan of somebody, and this might be your first time hearing it. So
Mhm.
I mean, essentially that was my experience, but I was glad to, as a music fan, to just discover it like that. So.
Mhm.
Well, I
This
was
you.
late boots to the Anderson party. Like I didn't know it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was real late. Yeah, I got introduced off of Malibu. I told you I walked into Target and I heard, am I wrong?
Mm,
Mhm.
And I was like,
Mhm.
ooh, what is this? You know.
Mhm.
And so I,
Mhm.
figured out and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then I went back to, to hear that and little Lucy's out there and stuff. So
Mhm.
mm,
Well, I got into him from Animal, from the Compton record.
mm,
And when that came out, I think Kill probably the only one that was actually talking about it on social media, real, because a lot of people didn't dig it at all. And I remember him talking about, but I was like, let me listen to it. And when I heard Animal, I'm like, who is this dude? I was like, okay, I'm like, all right, I digged him. And then he was on the documentary 2 Game Joint, and
mm.
he did the what was the record? Crenshaw. The record was called Crenshaw, and I was like, "Yo, okay, I'm digging him. Who is this cat?" And it was like, all right, I went back, and then that's when I got into the Venice record,
Goodness, yeah.
and then I was like, "Oh, I like okay, he with the singing and we needed it, especially after Drake." Just saying. So like he had jams on it like Milk and Honey, and he had Miss Right, and I was like, okay, I like this. So I was like, all right, cool. Then I heard Am I Wrong? I was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm in. I'm in. I was like, yo. At first, when I heard it, I was like, did Foreign Exchange do this? That's what I
Mm,
thought at first, because it gives you definitely those vibes. I was like,
right.
did they do this? And I was like, oh nah, they didn't. And I was like, from that point, I was like, I like this guy. And then when I heard Malibu, I said, yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. It's musical, all of that. Like for real, the instrumentation is nuts, like everything on this album. So I was like, yeah, I'm in. And then I just started seeing so many people online like talking about it too. So I was like, oh, everybody on it. And then when you look at the charts and stuff, it didn't really chart that well.
Mm.
It was like, damn, like, but I'm like, everybody talk about this shit. But again, we're in the streaming era, things are changing, all of that. But I was like, yo, because I actually brought it. I went and got the CD. So I was like, okay, you know what I mean? But then when I looked at it, I'm like, yo, this album didn't really sell like that. But I'm like, people was missing out. But
but
after
you
that,
know,
I became a fan of this dude.
but you know what? After the album came out, it was on every end of the year best album list. Like
Yeah.
it was
Mm-hmm.
critically like
Yeah.
successful. For
Mm-hmm.
whatever that's worth. Hey, that makes sure you can always tour. But
Yep.
Yes, especially with the fact that when he toured like do the tiny desk with this album and did all of that. I love it when he does these songs live. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing stuff in the studio, you kind of like limited because it's like you
Hmm.
can't really go too far there if it ain't a live album. But it was like, yo, he was doing a lot of these stuff that I would see on YouTube. He was at festivals and all this, and he would do these joints live, and it would be sick. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm from there. I've been a fan of this guy. So that's why again, I'm so happy to talk about this album. I'm ready for this. You know what I'm saying? So since we there, let's get this started. So the bird. We come in with the bird. that damn bass line, and they come in with the trumpet too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! And I was just like, yo, he opening it. Like, it's like this is an opener. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's some old school opener for you. Like, here we go. You know what I mean? And then he's talking about his life, and you got to kind of got to learn about the hardships that he dealt with. You know what I mean? And then my line, because y'all, I'm be giving lines on this one. When he said, "I learned my lesson from the ancient roots. I choose to follow what the greatest do."
Mm.
I was like, shit. Like, it was just
Yeah,
like,
but
this whole thing just caught me, dog. I was just like, I'm in, I'm in.
yeah, it's amazing about this album. It's about 4 or 5 other songs that also would have worked as an opener and would have been just as dope. Like that's how like just dope this album is, and like kind of layers you go through. Like it's a few different ways this album could have been in a different sequence and it still worked.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I love
Yeah,
the sequence of it, but
yeah.
it's just that kind of album.
And then it's just the fact that you can, with this song, you're learning about him and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you're learning about his mom being in prison. You know what I'm saying? How he said his sister used to sing Whitney song. Like, this was his life. You learning about him. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, Malibu is him. So it's like, all right, he's opening the book. This is chapter one. You know what I mean? And I was just like, yeah, and it's like you can connect to it because I mean everybody done struggled. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I thought this was just a dope way to open the album for real, and just telling your story. So now I'm learning who you are, and I'm in there. So and then just the damn trumpet, like god damn it, man! Y'all know
Yeah.
I'm a horn through it anyway. Like
We know.
that. Oh, thanks. And and what was the guy name? God, oh God, I'm misplaced his name. I know it's Martinez. He's part of the Free National. So yes, I think
Oh,
Emilio Martinez. He played the trumpet on this. So it's just that, and then the bass line and all that. Like I was like, oh yeah, we in a jam session. That's what it felt like. Like yo, we're entering a jam session. I'm here for it. So
yeah. It's
I
like
love her.
slow burn introduction into what the album's going to be. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I read that article, I had learned some of those things about him, those personal things about him, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what kind of got me to listen. But like you said, when he opens up the first record and he's taking you there, it almost feels like this album, like most, not most artists, but especially in the hip hop realm, that first album is like your introduction to the audience.
Right.
This wasn't his first album, but it felt like it was because I felt like I got to know him a little bit better on this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, you're right, man. It's soulful. The bridge kind of having it almost felt like it had a piano solo and a trumpet solo in it.
It did. It
You know what I'm
did.
saying? And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that's dope. That's different. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. I unexpectedly dope.
Because it's 2016, and I think we needed this. It
Hmm.
felt like a breath of fresh air for real. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because I was getting tired of Young Money. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, we need something new. We need something fresh. And it's like you said, he it's like I'm not gonna call Anderson Paak the best singer in the world, but he can carry a tune. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's okay. You know what I mean? And then he spits. So it was like, okay, now Drake, you might got some comp now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what I was waiting for because I was just like, he was in this lane by himself, and it was like nobody. What comp did he have? So finally, we got somebody to come in here to kind of like, ah, it's like, and
Hmm.
I'm like, Drake, I'm like, you see him, you know what I'm saying? And he might be a little bit more musical than you. So it's like, me, I was like, yes, I was championing him for real, for real. So I was getting tired of motherfuckers. So I was, you know what I'm saying? So I was happy. So yeah, the bird. I love it. I'm like, let's do this.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we come into Heart Don't Stand a Chance. Seems like it's been far too long.
drums off the break, dog. Like he came,
Mm-hmm.
boom. I was like, oh, okay, he on his Questlove shit with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just comes from this record, and like you said, the bird is such a slow burn, and then you
Right.
come into this, and he just. I was like, damn. And
I didn't know where he was gonna go with it. Like with that intro, after that
yeah,
song, and then that
yeah,
intro, I'm like, all right, well, where we going? Then I was like, oh, we jumping into the groove? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like, come on. I was like, yes. I'm like, and then, because what's his name? I think Daniel, because from the Free Nationals. That bass line is just so groove. It's so groovy, yo. Like, and this song, I think a lot of people talk about now how we don't let the songs breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And Heart Don't Stand a Chance. He's letting this beat breathe. You know what I'm saying? It got a couple of maybe about 20, 30 seconds where it's just music. No talking, no nothing. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mary said, let it breathe. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I'm
Yeah.
like, let this breathe. And it
Yeah. It's
just
like
and
people are
it's so
scared.
funky.
Like people are scared to just let there be space in a song. Like it's exhausting on the ear when you just don't have a moment to ride out for a second. We
Mm-hmm.
gonna get back to the carrying on, no worries.
Right.
Get your,
Right.
just get your little break, grab your drink, and come back. Yeah.
Yes.
You like that,
Well,
JR?
yeah, absolutely. And I know Anderson, he did because he loved him some Hennessy. So he said that a couple of songs in this joint. So yes. So,
Hennessy. That was it.
right. So yeah. And then I think this is the dude that was the one that did the bass line. He also did Jay-Z's I Made It. So,
Mm.
because now while I'm listening to this, I was like, I need some liner notes now. Like, who the hell is playing this shit? Like, I need to know who and who. And when I saw it, I was like, Daniel, Daniel. I was like, okay, that sounds familiar. And then it was crazy because after I listened to the album, I actually listened to Kingdom Come.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Yeah. And
Oh,
I don't sometimes I just get into that mode where I just want to listen. So I went and listened to Kingdom Come. And when I looked at that and I was just listening to the album and I got to I Made It and I was like, oh, Daniel, he did that. Oh, all right, cool. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So yeah, it just look, God sent me to go listen to Kingdom Come. I'm just gonna do it for him. So, because you know I ain't gonna listen to it on my own. Like it wasn't like oh yeah, I want to go listen to 30 something, or I want to go listen
Right.
to Beach There. Like, nah. It
like
was just like, all
titles.
right, you know what? I want to listen to it. So I did, and that's what I was like, yo. But this song is funky. It gives you the stink face. That's how funky this joint is. Like it's just a dope ass record. And yes, please y'all check out the Catch That Mini that we did with Daniel, because him and Elise cut up on that episode. Y'all, they cut up. It was so bad. I thought I was gonna pee on myself for real, for real. Because once them two started, they did not stop, like at all. So yeah, so y'all check out that. Yeah, that'll be in the more info box. Y'all can check that out. But Heart Don't Stand a Chance. That
Mhm.
joint goes in.
Yes. Well, now we get to the very, very dope The Waters featuring BJ the Chicago Kid.
My God. My God.
This, mm, what, what a song. And before we got on, me and JR were talking about how that was the collab album that should have happened.
Yes.
Mm. That
Was
would have been hot.
yeah, it would have had soul,
Yes. Because the album we got was so list.
soul light.
Yeah, nah. Because I'm like, yo, and then it came out. Oh, I was like, why? Like, and these two done did so many songs together after this. It was just like,
Their
and this
chemistry,
started it all. And I'm like,
yeah,
the way
their
BJ did it
chemistry, their chemistry is
was
crazy. Like
nuts, man.
Mhm.
It's like, and then it's like the way BJ comes in, like he just came in humming. Like on some Donnie shit, like on some giving up shit. I was just like, at first, I was like, who? What? I was like, who this? And then I was like, oh, BJ. And I was like, oh, and that's why after he did it, you saw Anderson came in, was like, yes, Lord. Like you felt it. Like you felt the soul from that. So yeah, I love this record. And this is when I said that, yeah, BJ Chicago Kid is definitely reincarnated of Nate Dogg to me. Because he can get on a
Mm.
hook and murk it. You know what I mean? Like could get on a joint and murk it. So yes, so this is another favorite of mine. Yeah, I got a mad favorite, y'all, on this one. So
No, I
yeah,
think we know.
be ready. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's one of
Breathe.
those albums where you have that favorite every other week. Like, all right, this is
Yes.
my favorite. Yeah, he definitely did his thing, man. The song was funky at first. I didn't even know who, because again, I'm in the gym listening, and I'm like, who's singing? Like, at first I was like, wait, Anderson Paak got another gear? Like, what is this? And then I saw who it was, and I was like, man, they sound good together, like you said, on
Mm,
everything they've done. But this stood out for me. And again, one of the things, like when I'm in, even though we'll be on the third song, maybe
yeah.
I'll save it for later, but it's one of them things where I'm like, damn, I can't like every song this much. Like,
Right.
what's going on? Like, am I being biased? Like, what the hell?
No.
But
It's
nah,
like,
this is
It's
a
come
just
great
on,
record.
it's just
you
that
gotta
good.
have right,
Uh-huh.
right. You gotta have one dub. Can we have a dub in there? Like, come
Right.
on. Like, I haven't gone like, hmm, wait a minute. I haven't done that yet. And I'm on track 3. So I'm like, just BJ's harmonies on it too. That's just A1. And then another line that I like where he was like, to every 100 niggas that came and gone missing, only a handful will go the distance, meaning everyone ain't gonna be down with you till you get when you on this journey of yours. It's gonna be people that's gonna fall off, and then
Hmm.
there's just people that's just not gonna go the distance like you. And it was just a lot of quotables in this thing. And mind you, he's singing them. You know what I mean? Like it ain't no spitting. He's singing these joints, and I'm
Yeah.
grabbing quotables.
Yeah, he is singing on this R&B album.
No, no, no. Yeah, you got. I
You know
get it.
what? It, until you said it, do you know in my head I never considered it not an R&B album. When it came out, I wasn't like, "Oh, this hip hop." It this R&B album. And I love that for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because you
And
see
I
that.
guess it's because it's so musical. And he
Yeah,
is giving you a whole lot of singing. So it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's why I was asking. I was like, sis, maybe the third hip hop album that we talked about on the show, and you
when
was
you
like,
said it, I was
nah.
like, huh? Like,
Yes, you was like,
where where?
you're like, are we talking about the same album here? You was like, nah, this is an R&B album. Like
Hmm.
it is.
If we have to consider connecting an R&B album, this is damn sure is.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. You got
Yeah.
a point there. But and I think that's exactly what it is. It's musical. It's
Hmm.
so musical. You know what I mean? That is the difference between him and Drake. Drake,
You
it
don't want to
wasn't.
keep saying his name. I ain't said it one
I
time.
am because I want people to know that Anderson better than him. But
That
I
is
think people
facts.
know now.
yes, I just want to know Anderson better than him, and I was so happy we had somebody. So this was just proving it even more. That's why it was like I was on social media. It was like we got one. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like yes, and then I'm like he got the push behind him because he's down with Dre and all
Right.
of that. So I was just like oh, somebody gonna have some comp. You know what I mean? So that's why. But yeah, I ain't gonna say that nigga no more. It's enough. We know we.
No, I just don't think of the two niggas in the same sentence on any level. So that's why I'm just like, okay.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I
that's
get
kind of
it.
what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Like with Fonte, right? Like you'd be like, "Oh, they're not the same." Mm-mm.
Nah, not at all. No.
Right.
Is it
I'd
the
be like,
Billy?
nah. Like, yeah, because when somebody said that on social media back then, I was like, well, no, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, nah. I'm like,
Like I know
no.
what you're saying, but like, so what? Some shit to be like, so what?
Right.
Right.
Um,
Oh man. All right, so we get to the season and carry me. This yours? This it?
no, that's not my favorite, but I love it.
Oh, okay. I be like, oh, okay. This is it. Oh, okay. Um, Ninth Wonder did this.
Yeah.
Speaking of North Carolina,
Uh,
um, yeah. I would think you would, because remember, this might have been one of the first songs I said I thought that you would like because of the whole tempo change in the
mhm.
record. So, the first part of it is like, to me, it was like the vulnerability to me on this in the beginning. I felt like Ninth had a little bit of the vulnerability, like of what he gave Destiny Child with Girl. Like, I got that type of vibe with it. And I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm feeling this one in my spirit. The other ones is like cool, but this one kind of connected to me a little more. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, fuck the fame. That killed all my favorite entertainers.
You know what?
Mm.
That's a
I'm
real line.
glad. I'm so glad that Knife Wonder didn't do his like kind of normal formula for the beat. It's
Mm-hmm.
different for a Knife Wonder beat, Knife Wonder production for me. It sounds different to me. I don't know. He just let it be a little more open. I don't know. It's just, and it's something
Mm-hmm.
kind of gritty about it. It's just sound different than what
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to hearing from him. That's all. I don't know.
And
You don't have to agree.
and I, and it's not that long.
Right.
And it's not that long. Like, it's not that long. I think it's like a minute and like 40, 50 seconds or something like that. So it was like I wanted more. But then when he went to carry me, I was like, oh, okay. Even though Night Wonder didn't do this, right? He didn't do carry me, right?
He didn't?
If
I mean,
I'm
I don't
not
know.
mistaken. No, I don't think so.
Am I
I don't
wrong?
think he did carry me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can actually look it up now.
Well, you're right. I think
Yeah, because
I
thinking
was
he
thinking of
did
another.
because that.
Well, then who did the carry me part then?
Um, hold on. Hold on.
Was it that other Callum Connor? Whoever that is?
Yes,
Okay.
him.
I mean, but even the first part, I mean, like I said,
Yeah,
it's different. It's not formulated, I guess that's what
Anderson
I'm saying.
Paak. Right. I'm trying to now it's gonna be on my freaking mind right now because I could
That's
have.
that's interesting because I was thinking when the beat switched like that, I feel like "Carry Me" has more hip hop to it, like as far as the feel, and even how
Hmm.
Anderson Paak is spitting over it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, Matthew Callum Connor did carry me.
Okay.
mm,
Damn. Oh well, there's something new to everything. I like the sample he used because he actually did not use the Bill Withers joint. He actually used the Crown of Glory 1973 version of Ain't No Sunshine. And he used that bass line or whatever. So
Well, Bill got the credit because he wrote that.
yes, he did. And you know how to
yep.
play that too, don't you?
I do.
Yes.
Several of
Y'all
his
at least play
songs.
guitar, y'all.
Several Bill Withers tunes, actually.
Yes, I call her Billy Withers.
Billy with
He really do.
I do. But this song to me too. We're learning about the space that he was in, where he saw people getting on. You know what I mean? Like when he was like, yo, like he was like when Drake and Cole dropped, and he was like, I was sitting there like I just had a newborn. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully my wife
Yeah.
didn't get deported. Like he like, yo, I want this, but I see other people getting on. Like again, you're learning him, and this is what I love. Like, let me learn about you as a person in this, and that's what he's doing. And he was like, yo, he opened a fortune cookie and it said, keep dreaming. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I was like, I like this man again because I'm learning who this guy, Brandon, that's his name. I'm learning who Brandon really is. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was just like again, it couldn't get no better. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, damn, track forward, I'm still like, all right. I'm like a dove gonna come somewhere. Like a dove gonna come somewhere. It's gonna be like, all right, and
Here's the
obviously y'all
skip.
gonna see that it never happened. So yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Then we get to Put Me Through.
This is my
That's
favorite.
70s. Oh, this is your favorite?
My favorite. This is well, this is my favorite in retrospect, right? Like
Okay.
Hard Don't Stand a Chance was it at one point, a couple of joints, Come Down. But there's something about this song. I love the bass on it. Like I love the bass on it. And like when the background vocals come in, it was just like all like you said, it's such a musical album. It just felt like it feels like everything is so layered.
Mm-hmm.
Like they never settled on, oh, I like this groove or this bass line, and here's the lyrics and let's go. We out. They kept adding elements. So as a listener, I'm sitting here listening to this and I'm like, okay, I kind of mess with that. Oh, I like the bass and stuff. Then when the beat builds, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's switching up.
The
It's
guitar.
yo. I listened to it before we got on. I was like, oh my God, I love this record.
Yeah. It is one of my favorites. Like it's way up there for me. Um, if not like number two. Um, and when y'all see
Mhm.
what my number one is, it's so vastly different from this kind of song.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be like, really? That's it.
Yes.
This gonna be so different, but like this, yeah, Put Me Through is mm. It's just like Vegas said, it's just the layers of it. But yeah, that bass is nasty. That bass line is
Mhm.
nasty.
Come on. Kelsey. Kelsey was killing that bass. What?
Mhm.
Was
Woo! Mm.
definitely.
That Free Nationals, they are nothing to play with.
Nope.
And
I
them damn Free Nationals albums, nigga, them shit's
For what?
hard. What? HOARD.
This is the type of stuff that I wanted to get from Silk Sonic. And I thought I was going to get something like this. Put me
Mhm.
through. I was like, okay, if them two getting together and after we got leave the door open, I was like, oh, we gonna get stuff like Put Me Through. And I think they only gave me one thing on that, which was After Last Night. That kind of gives you that with the
Yeah.
Thundercat vibe on it. I was like, okay. But this, I was like, that bass gave me Curtis Mayfield off the break.
Mhm.
At first, I thought, did they use a sample of him? Did they? You know, I was looking like, I don't see Curtis' name on this mug. Like, I don't see him on no writing credits or nothing. So I'm like, did y'all use like something? But Kelsey was playing his ass off with this bass. And then, Jose comes in with the guitar on it too. And it's just,
Yeah.
then the groove comes in and it's just,
I love the guitar licks. Oh man.
yes, man. And they did
Mhm.
this on Tiny Desk. And it was just like,
They sure did. I forgot they did. Yeah, they sure
Yeah.
yes,
did.
they did. And
Yeah.
I love that version. Because again, like we said in the beginning, it's kind of you're limited when you're doing your album for real. But at least when you're live, you kind of be a little bit more free. And they was letting it go on Tiny Desk on this. And I was just like, yeah. So 70s vibe. I was like, come on, Anderson, you ain't do me wrong yet. So
Mm.
yeah.
I'm a sucker for the guitar licks. Like
Yeah.
I
Elise
love them.
is. Elise
I
is.
love them. Like as soon as you put that in your song, it don't matter if you're a rapper or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the shit I like.
Dude, with a lot of rap music, I ain't listening to it for the singing or even what the hell they talking about. I just want to hear those sick ass licks, yo. Like you could just give me an instrumental of a lot of those rock albums that I love. Cause they ain't talking about shit, but they sound real good.
Tell us how you really feel. I think.
Does that make you understand my Rolling Stones love a little better? I
Yes,
don't be
a
caring the
little
hell they
bit.
talking about. I'm listening to the musicianship.
Yeah, now I get it.
It's nuts. So yeah, you can like things for different reasons, you know?
Yes, and clearly, okay, now your Rolling Stones makes a lot of more sense now. Thanks. Because I used to be like, kind of,
Yeah,
why?
I'm here for the guitar, my nigga.
Yeah, and obviously, and you know what I mean. So yeah, all righty.
And then we come to the song that grabbed all of us here on the screen. Am I
Yes.
wrong? Featuring my future baby daddy, Schoolboy Q. One of my
She can't dance. She can't. Ooh.
what a fun the energy of this song.
That's what it is for me.
It's all the way up here, like, and it give you a break during, which is kind of reverse during the rap. That's when you get a little break to
Hmm.
kind of chill for a second. But you about to go right back up, but you in this little dream sequence. That's what it sounds like to me when Schoolboy Q is rapping. And then you right back up to it. And I love that. Well, I love a tempo change too, so
It do
it's
feel like you're in
unexpected.
a dream before Schoolboy Q comes in.
Hmm.
Feels
It's
a little
like that again, letting the music breathe for a second. You know what I mean?
Right.
Before Schoolboy Q comes in with his rap, it's just like you just feel like you're like in a dream for real. Like the picture that he has, it feels like it's like a dream type of shit for real. And then that part, it was kind of like, and then Schoolboy Q comes in with his rap. You know what I mean? And yeah, they played this joint in Target a lot.
that's
Really?
Speaking of, yes,
Wow.
when because I was still in Hunt Valley when this came out, and I had a Target like literally right up the street. So I would go in there because I was always trying to go to the music section to see what new vinyl they had. And during this time, they were playing Malibu a lot. So with that, I was hearing "Am I Wrong" a lot. I'd be like, well, damn. And then after a while, they were actually playing it on the speaker. So you're walking around while they playing this shit. So that's why I'm just like, I don't understand when you got Target and new white people playing this. How the hell does it go? You know what I'm saying? As big as
Yeah.
this is, if you playing this shit in Target, like, I don't know. Mm.
Such a dope, like I think at this point when I heard that, I was like, damn, man, they got a dance track like this. I was like, I think I love this album and I ain't even finished the rest of it yet. It was
Right.
because it was just all the variety and everything felt right. Like nothing felt like, oh, you went too far with that. Oh, maybe you should have done that. Nah, it was like everything worked. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just, you're right. If she can't dance, then she can't hoop in Target. Like they,
Right, you
like
feel me?
so,
Like, yeah,
like
like
that would have caught my attention. I was like,
you.
oh, like at least, right? Like, what is this?
shoot. I was more like, are they really playing Schoolboy Q?
Oh yeah,
They
right.
ain't cut the rap part. That part was still there.
Mhm,
Mm.
mhm.
And they won't edit it. That's
Nope,
crazy.
nope. And the horns again. Shout out to Brass Tracks. I'm
Oh,
a
the
fan of them.
horns.
I'm a fan of them.
The
And
horns are
again,
nasty in there. And it's so later. Oh gosh. That
ooh,
song is thick.
thick.
Mm.
So you hear
Thick.
one thing and you're like, oh no, wait a minute, I hear this, and then oh wait a minute, it's stacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's very stacked. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I love this record too. And this the first single? Or no? I always ask you, but I don't know.
I know the first single was The Season Carry Me. It was the second single.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
Okay.
therein lies the sales issue,
Oh,
right?
nigga, my bad. But that was released November the 8th, and then the next day they put out Am I Wrong? I forget streaming era. That's different.
Yeah.
Oh,
That probably
okay.
would have been an A side and a B side thing back in the day. You
Yeah.
understand?
You know what? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Season Carry Me would have been the B side.
Yes.
So
Yes, because Am I Wrong sounds like a single.
it's yeah.
Hmm.
Like,
It sounds like like a song that would cross over organically. It wasn't made to please that side, but they just happened to like it.
right. Right.
Or organic. It felt like it would have been an organic crossover, but that's not exactly what happened. Art wise, but then it's like I don't even understand how charts and shit work now. It don't the artists don't even understand that shit.
They don't. They don't. Because a lot of they shit come with merch and shit now, and you're adding that
Mhm.
into the sales, and it's just I, am like, I don't know how you can get the number one now.
I guess
Nah.
guess it's going back to the days of shipped. This is
Ah,
just as reliable as that
right.
data.
You shipped. You shipped a million copies.
We do that like we know that game. Stop.
Right, right.
Right.
Were you really? Were you really platinum or you shipped?
Right. That
Shit
was the
collecting
technical.
dust in a warehouse somewhere.
Exactly. That's the technicality thing. Well, someone bought it. It's maybe sitting on shelves and they couldn't sell it, but
Right. Or
someone
Columbia
bought it.
House might have got it. And then
Right.
they selling it to us for 12 CDs for a penny. So
Right.
it's that's
Yeah. I mean, no, yeah, that's what that was.
yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
y'all niggas ain't low. I,
Well, you know what I was doing. I was getting my 3 for 10s. I was going
Three
on
for 10.
42nd Street, man, or I was going to Belmont Avenue. I was
Three for 10. That
word.
used to be if you didn't have it, that was the come up. Like, yo, let me get Lenny Kravitz,
right.
Tupac, like
Yes,
you just shop like crazy, like
man.
in that
And
dance
don't let
hall
shit.
mixtape.
Especially the time that I'm getting an allowance, you know what I'm saying, from my mom and all that. And she give me like $25. I'm like, what? I can get 6 for 20? Shit. What?
You had the big come up.
Listen, 6 albums for $20? Hell yeah. What?
Mhm.
Oh God. Uh, mm.
Yes. So what do we got?
Where we at?
What we got next?
Without you.
Oh, we have my favorite song.
Oh,
This
this your
is
favorite
it?
song?
Whoa!
I told you it's gonna be so.
You're gonna have to speak on it.
Yeah, please. Explain.
I, the, it's another nice production that I really love. Um, I don't know, like Rhapsody just fucking floating on that shit, and like it's like it sounds great, and they didn't use her in he didn't use her in a like a expected way of how she was rapping. Like it was just in just the whole song was just in the fucking pocket. Like it just didn't miss for me. I love it. I love the way that Anderson is singing. No, I love that song. Y'all don't like it?
No, I like it. This is my first time actually hearing Ras. This was my first time being
Oh,
introduced to
word.
her. I didn't
Mm.
know her like that. So I was like, yo, who is this girl? And I was just like, again, I was getting sick of the girl from Queens. I was again happy that we had, another chick. And I'm like, yo, she dope. Like, and she's spitting. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I was
Girl,
with it.
girl for Queens is nasty work.
Very nasty. Oh, it was nasty. Oh, I felt that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, she came in and killed. And like you said, Anderson is singing on the record. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it's just,
I just
I
love
just
it. It's just,
and then he's just talking about how much, after, all the cussing and the fighting and the fussing, and I'm only fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Even after all the bullshit and all the craziness, I can't live this life without you. You know what I mean? So I think everybody in a relationship can understand that. Like, yeah, we arguing. Yeah, I don't like you right now. Like, nah, but at the end of the day, I can't do this life without you. You know what I mean? So definitely another song that you can again connect to him. That's me. I want to connect to you as an artist, and these songs got I'm connecting to Anderson with this. So and then I thought Rhapsody ate this. So this got me to her and got me going back. I was like, damn, she was out this long. I was like,
oh,
shit, I was
way, way
late.
before, way before then.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
late as shit. I was just like, where the hell I been? And then again, I was following y'all by then. So I was like, I ain't see y'all talk about it. So I'm like, okay. And then it just seemed like after then it was just like, I'm starting to, I'm posting her and talk. Y'all all start talking about her. Like this and this and then I was just like, damn, I'm late like a mug, but I'm like, all right, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm
Better
like,
late than never. Come jump on the
right.
train.
Right. I hopped on because she dope. She dope. You know what I mean? So I rock with it. So I thought that was a
Yeah.
great song.
Once again, North Carolina in the house. Yeah, in the building.
Of course.
In the building.
I left a note next to it to say it was a perfect collaboration to me because when I saw her name come up, I was like, damn, there's a lot of rappers on here. Like, I was starting to get a little skeptical and I'm like, well, I never heard Rhapsody rock over something, what I was assuming the record would sound like based off of what I had heard already. But man, when it was on, I was like, you can't miss. Like you can't miss so far. Like this perfect choice, Rhapsody's voice, the way she flowing on that joint. Because sometimes she could be real technical because she a spitter, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's tough for people who rhyme like that to kind of get in a different pocket, but she was perfect, like you said. Um, so and that's all I could write. I was like, this is a perfect collaboration. Like I'm not
Yeah.
upset. I actually am surprised. I enjoy it. Like it could have, somebody else could have went left. I think I
Yeah.
do have somebody.
Easily.
Yeah, I do have somebody on here who, yeah. I'll wait till we get there.
Uh-oh.
And I was glad for them to have a woman spitter on the album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They get overlooked when it comes time for them features and things.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then we get to parking lot. Park.
1, 2, 3, come on. You feel me? 1, 2, 3, come. That's my favorite record on the album. That's my favorite.
Word.
And for reasons that it's like when I hear it, it's nostalgia for me. It just brings me back to when my family was like playing records and I was a little kid just dancing and they like, go ahead, Junior, dance. Like that, this song gave me that. You know what I mean? And then when I had the album, I remember listening to it and I was driving from here and I was going to a party to my cousin's party in Brooklyn. So I'm probably on maybe because it's like a 3 hour drive from here to New York. So I'm on and I'm driving and it gets to this and I got the feeling of this when I was driving over the Verrazano Bridge and I'm driving
Mm.
over that and I'm like and the way it's playing in the background, and I could just imagine my family because a lot of them weren't here no more. So it was giving me that nostalgia and just me, and I could just imagine myself just like dancing in there and hearing my grandpa like, look at him, even though I don't know what the hell, I'm probably all beat like a motherfucker, what I'm saying, as a kid, but I'm grooving and it gave me that. And it kind of puts me in a daze. So every time I listen to it, it kind of makes me think of my family for real. So that's why it's a favorite for me. And again, man, like, you know, Free Nationals, what's her name? Vicky on the keys and Kelsey on the bass. And it's just this song to me is an experience. And that's why I like it. It just takes me through an experience of my childhood. So that's why this song is absolutely my favorite. Now, see, because remember, you was like, really? Parking lot?
It it surprised me. I don't know. It just surprised me. I wouldn't. I mean, like I surprised you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not one of my faves. I don't dislike it. I like the whole.
Yeah,
Album. It's not one of my faves, but
yeah.
I see the connection you have to it. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. That was like once I say it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like,
Yeah,
all
no, that
right,
makes
I
sense. And you're
get
a
it.
sentimental person,
Because
so
if
that
it
makes
wasn't this one, if it wasn't this one, oh yeah, I got another one that's a close second. It's a close second. It's like, whoo. But yes, Parking Lot, love this record. Love it. So
Yeah, I felt the same way. I just like it was another example of the variety of sound on this album. It's
mm-hmm.
like, oh, it's another dance joint, and it kind of has a really old school feel to it. Um, so I enjoyed it because I think by the time it's kind of like when you go to one, I only been the one that I could pay that I could afford at once. One of them fancy where like you got to wear a blazer to go eat there.
Yes.
And they come out with the courses, and you like,
Yes.
damn, I'm not used to like we had soup in a little ass bowl and shit. Like I'm not used to this. That's kind of how I was feeling with his album. Like you're
Yep.
getting all these different looks. So by the time we get to like parking lot, I'm open to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just like, yo, I'm digging the music in general. So and
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging the fact that I can't anticipate the sound of each
I
record.
like that. I like that.
It's like a
I like that.
surprise. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mess with it.
Yeah. You right. Cause now it's like anything he gonna hit you with, it's like, okay, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? We
right,
already in. So it's
right.
like, okay, whatever sound he gonna give me next, I know the joke gonna be fire because he done gave me all these other sounds and it sound good. So whatever he give me, all right, cool. I'll take it. So yeah, yeah. One, two, three. Oh God, I want to hear it now. Now it's in my fucking head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's in my head. I want to hear it. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
I wasn't about to say nothing. I was just laughing.
Oh, oh, okay. I thought you were about to say something about the song. My bad.
Oh no,
So we get to lightweight.
that song
My boy
sounded
K Tronada.
yeah, but the song it gave me what I needed. It was like K Tronada. Okay, I want this to sound like K Tronada song, and it do. It is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's a good thing. Like I was like, okay,
It gave me
we
that.
got because I just knew the energy would be high, so I was just excited. I was like, this is gonna be a song, and I was not disappointed.
Then with the fact it's giving you like the synthesizers. So I was getting like Parliament on this. Like
Mm.
some, you know what I mean? Like I was like, because K Tronada love him some synthesizers for real. Like he do. You know
Mhm.
what I mean, in his sound, because he's more of the house and club and all of that. You know what I mean? So obviously, like you said, I'm kind of like, okay, whatever sound you give me, I know you're gonna hit it. So having a K Tronada joint, I knew them two would work. So I was like, when I saw a feature in K Tronada, I was like, oh, and I'm a fan of K Tronada. I've been a fan of him since like 2013. So everybody he done worked with, I was like, he on. And then when he did this, I was like, well, when he gonna work with my girl? When he gonna work with Mary? I want him to work with Mary. Like, when he gonna work with Mary? And he did the year later. Like he did a year later with something like this. So again, that's telling me that Mary was listening. She was like, oh, let me get down with this kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
it kind of telling the truth kind of gives you something like this or strength of a woman. So I was like, oh, because I'm like, if he could work with him, and like Elise said, this is an R&B type of record, he can get with Mary too. So he did. So yeah, but again, this is giving me Parliament type of vibes. Definitely synthesizer heavy, and I thought it was dope.
Mhm. And
Room in here.
So this is what I was alluding to earlier.
Okay.
Smooth track. We didn't need the game, in my opinion. Like at that point, I was kind of like, why you on here, fam? Like
I agree.
why you pull up?
we never need the game.
I didn't need it.
We never need the game in any capacity. We don't need that.
Right. I was kind of like, yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking dude,
I
though.
was liking it. Like he just didn't need to be there because it was good. It was good without him. So.
It,
He seemed a little off on it anyway. Like
Hmm.
a little offbeat a little bit to me. And I was just like, because this is like giving me like the boom bap jazzy vibe to it. And
Right.
that's not game. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's not him. But I think maybe Anderson did it out of respect. Like, okay, this may be the OG. Let me throw him on there. I'm like, shit, I would have rather you might have throw Q-Tip on here. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm.
would have that would have been a vibe that it would have went with. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
somebody from Daylight, like something like
Hmm.
that. Like, but I just did not need the game. I was just this is the song that I was just like, as soon as he came on, I went, I was like, no. Nah, I didn't need you on this one, buddy. It was smooth without you. Maybe this is the one where back in the day when they used to take off the rap and just and the station used to just play the regular and you had no rap. We're good
Right.
for that on this joint.
the,
Get
the
ready to
AC
wrap the
the
part. You be
AC
like,
radio
oh,
edit. Cause the AC
Right.
edit
yeah,
radio
radio
edit
edit.
is different than regular radio. It's a little
Yes.
it's a little more safeguard to play.
Sometimes it was a hard edit too. Like you could tell, like, damn, they didn't even try to smooth that out. They just cut
No,
it
they
out.
didn't. You
Like,
just hear that shit cut and go right to the hook. Like,
right. Like,
damn.
oh wait, oh, okay. Guess he's not
Like,
here.
damn. Oh,
Or they just
God.
give you a long
Yeah.
bended ass bridge where the rap would have been. You like, okay, we tell you to make the
Oh
song
yeah.
breathe, but we didn't mean that. That's a little extreme.
Right.
Did, didn't they do that with Tony feels good? Didn't they have a version where the rap
I
didn't
don't
appear? I don't know
know.
if it gets played anymore, like in old school mixes on the radio.
Right.
I'm
But
gonna
I
tell you who
remember, I
rap,
remember that.
but I'm gonna tell you who rap always that damn. You know what's up? You was you was not hearing Miss Lisa Left Eye Lopez
Uh,
kids.
you know what? It's that one. It's that one.
You gonna get a
I knew it was one of
long.
them where I'm in the car. I'm like, oh shit,
I'm
we
like, I'm
not
trying to reach
rapping,
the high
okay?
heights, whatever.
that was BLS. BLS and Kiss. They was not playing Lisa. They was not playing her. Hot 97? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
They were definitely playing
yeah,
Lisa's,
but those
but
stations, yeah, like here, like if like that was a selling point on the promos, they'd be like, no rap and like it was a whole thing. Vegas now.
Hmm. I
No
remember
rap.
that. Sometimes I like the rap version. I'm like, hey, why they just skip? Like, just cut that joint right out. Like,
They didn't need to do it like that though, but they could have did it with this one. Sorry, game. Nah.
Sorry, not
Oh. All right, we get to waterfall.
in the interlude.
He had to give you an Isley Brothers. The interlude. You catch that, right? I was like,
Interlude.
I got a show called that also.
I see what you did there.
Hey, they
Oh,
did. What's that look?
You got a show called Interlude.
Yeah,
I
What's
didn't
that?
know they got a show called Interlude.
a show. What are you talking about?
Oh. We thought you said it's a somebody
Show.
got a show called Interlude.
I said all I said was interlude because that's how it's spelled on the track listing. Interlude. I didn't say a show. I said the song.
No, but me and Vegas thought you said it was a show called Interlude. That's why we
Interlude.
both looked at you like,
And I was confused. I was like,
oh,
what are you
that's
looking
why I
at?
knew I wasn't bugging.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I said no such a
I was
thing.
like, it was.
No, I didn't say that.
I was gonna say, I was like, well, wait a minute, you got to hit him with the what is this? The OnlyFans? Like, what show is that?
No, I don't know what I said to make y'all think I said it. I promise I didn't say that. No, you know what I said? JR
Yeah,
said catch.
What?
I caught that. I said, yeah, I got a show called that and everything. Catch that. Yeah.
Oh, ding, ding, ding,
uh,
ding, 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 ding.
the internet remixed what you said because we was like, what she say?
Yeah. Like,
I see you caught it. I was like, yeah, I got a show called that. Catch that. That's what I said.
no.
Hmm,
Damn, I didn't catch it. Shit.
you didn't catch that. You fired.
I'm fired. I didn't
You're
catch it.
fired, JR.
I'm gonna hire
Shit.
him right back.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna hire you
Yeah.
right back though. So
Yeah, y'all
it's
got me
over.
on this one. Right. Right.
You know what? This was the point in the album where I was like, oh, he's about to switch the content because
Yeah.
we didn't really get any lyrics like this until this point where it's like, oh, word? That's what we okay. And there's a couple songs down there where you just like, oh, yeah. Maybe that's why the interlude was like, all right, y'all, put the kids to bed, album
Right.
about to go somewhere else.
Yes. Definitely
JR,
Isley Brothers ish.
JR, what album was it? I think it's The Whispers, and it said side A is dancing and side B is romancing on the
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think it's it's the
Yes.
Whispers.
It's the whispers. Yes.
So now we on the romancing, but like triple X romancing. Like
Right, right.
No.
it gets real
Because he even
grown.
do it at the end. I was like, damn, you ain't even have to. He brought us to the bedroom and all because it was just like, oh, because like he finished, he was like, yeah, don't touch me, babe, don't touch me. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, okay, all right. Okay, you let I guess he said the track before this is room in here. So I guess he was letting us know, come on in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So so yeah, but yeah, he definitely Ozzy Brother ish with the guitar like in the back for real. Kind of like a make me say it again, girl type of vibe for real.
Mm.
So and obviously he also say he influenced by their production too. So
Mm.
you can tell all his influences on this joint for real, for
Hmm.
real. Like who he's just funky. Like Anderson is a funk dude. You know what I mean? And it's all up and through this record. So yeah, so yeah, he gave us a little bedroom joint for like a minute.
Yeah. And then we get to your prime.
I like Hennessy and record players.
Oh, let me see. Anderson, he a wild nigga. He be saying the most niggerish shit. Like he told some, don't be fucking up your scholarship. I can't help you with no grants. What? It's just it's it's say he just say wild shit just cause for no reason. I love it. It's unhinged. I love it.
Do I want to ask y'all a question about this record? Do y'all think Kendrick could have been on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear him on this.
You can, you
Hmm.
can. Okay, okay. Because when I was listening to it today, and I was just like, "Oh, Kendrick could have made a got a verse on it," but I'm like, maybe I'm stretching it. Like,
Yeah.
mm,
I
Kendrick,
think
like
when
y'all
you think
good. You send the
about
other TDE over there, get the job done. You know,
right,
good boy. You know.
yeah, yeah. He already has Schoolboy Q, so yeah. He was like, "Okay,
do
we got
that.
enough of the TDE, enough." I'm like, you
Right.
right, you right, Elise, you right.
Just swap game out and
Okay. Yeah. But I would.
I really like this joint though. I like the music a lot, like on this track. Like I think
Yeah.
that's what I wouldn't have mind, like even though I like the song, you know how some of these albums, like I wouldn't have mind if this was just like a quick instrumental also. Like I mean, well, no vocals or whatever, but
Hmm.
I mean I like it as a whole, but it kind of felt like, especially after Waterfall, because I was like, whoa, where we going? Like, what was that about? Like, how you kind of look back, like, wait a minute, you did that. How we get back? How we get back here to? Okay, whatever.
How they supposed to be here? What's happening? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a little groove, kind of like how Maxwell did on his debut. Like his little groove for y'all before you get another song with some singing. So
Yeah.
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 And like you said, the music on here, I like at the end where, Anderson just getting his drumming solo on at the end. He just
hmm
he just going in at the end. It's just like I think this is when he was like, all right, I'm gonna be loose. You know what I mean?
hmm
And they just let the music ride. So and then having behind him, then the synthesizers is in there. It's just like you said, it's more of the music that gets you on this. You know what I mean?
hmm
So yeah, it set
I,
my line. I'm like Anderson, a drinker like me, so we good.
I think Anderson Pat is the artist that made me understand drum solos better because I don't get them. I
You
don't
sure don't. I think you said that in a couple of our episodes. You was like, no, I don't get it.
like if they too long. It's just like I'm like, because then it just sounds like pots and pans to me at that point. But Anderson and like a Questlove, they do it in a just a pleasing way, like those kind
It
of
sound
songs.
like pots and pans to you.
I'm just telling my truth, man.
I get it, but shit.
But so sometimes drum solos like make me cringe, which I hear a lot of them. I love jazz music, and they gonna give you an unhinged drum solo from time to time. So I struggle with it. It won't ruin a song for me or anything, but I just feel like I just wait.
I'll just wait till you're done.
I respect it, but I don't get it.
Right. I get what you're saying though, because I remember when I first started getting into jazz and trying to understand the different solos and what, uh, especially being at a show and watching other people react. Like, well, what are they hearing? You know what I'm saying? But it's like with everything, it's more technique and what you're able to do with it. And I agree with you. I think some like Nate Smith, for example, like I think some know how to give you some rhythm and some, you know what I'm saying? So
I
you
do like,
kind of
yeah, I do like a Nate
you like
Smith
him.
drum solo. I ain't gonna,
Hmm
yeah, he does that. We honest at the R&B representatives. All right.
Hmm.
hmm
And then we get what is next?
Calm down.
Come
Okay,
down.
calm down. Yeah.
You drink up all my liquor. Hey, what you gonna do? My shit, yo. This is my second favorite song. After that, after this is it, yo. Like, uh, musically, this song is the shit, dog. Like for real, for real. Not just because he's talking about liquor, yeah, y'all, whatever. But, but like, yo, like the guitar on this, and it's just like, Brian, what's his name? Brian, Cockerham. He plays with PJ Morton,
Mm.
and it's like he is sick with this bass line. This bass line hits you like right in the chest.
Yeah, I love
Woo!
that progression. Doom, 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 doom. Oh God.
Yes,
It
that's
just
what
does
it
something. It
is.
just feels feel it like in my spirit. Like I feel it.
Mm, 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 mm. And
It's so
and it's
funky.
crazy because Anderson said that with this record, he told High Tech that he wanted like a Devil's Pie type of joint,
Mm.
and he
Mm.
was like, I wanted that. So High Tech sent it to him, and Anderson was like, I need some more. I need something more. And High Tech was like, well, you when somebody normally tell you that they ain't fucking with it. Like he was like, they not fucking with it. Like, you need more, okay, whatever, cool. He said like maybe maybe about a month later or something like that, he was like, Anderson hit him at night, like, yo, I'm working on that track that you sent. He was like, oh, all right. And he said 3 days later, Anderson sent it to him. He was like, oh yeah, this is it. He was like, this
Mm.
is the one. And he was like, well, damn, when you give somebody something and you don't think they really fucking with it, and then what they do to it and send it back to you, he was like, yo, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, and just to think that Tech was like, oh shit, he might not use this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not
Right.
go nowhere. You know what I mean? But this gives me like some James Brown shit. Like, this is what I like about it. It gives you James. It's like, I want to get on the Soul Train line and just eat that shit up, dog. Like, for real. Like, this how dope this joint is. Like, it's just, yeah, I go in on this record too. Like, soon as this motherfucker come on, I'm like, soon as your prime going off and that drum solo is about to come in, I'm like, oh yeah, we're getting there. We're next. Come down is coming, and I'm like, blasting that motherfucker, yo, because that's what I was blasting on the way home. So that's when I was going for work today. So
That's a great in the car or in your overhead headphone song. Like
yeah,
it's great for the whip. That's a good. We blast
Like you
that one.
said,
Blast that
funk.
one.
yes,
We turns that up 10.
Hmm.
my shit, man, my shit. Ah, love that, love
Yes.
that.
It is also another song where Anderson just saying a bunch of crazy unhinged shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Really
I'm
do.
here for it.
It's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
can tell he's the type of artist that don't take himself too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
deep
having
one.
fun with the music, yo. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say some stupid shit, but it's gonna be dope.
Yep.
Like you said, it's like a jam session where you just free form and like whatever the vibe is in the spot that night, you say however way the crowd is reacting, he the maestro. Like you
Yeah.
said earlier, man, this is probably the funkiest joint on here to me.
Yep.
Like
I agree.
I was just like, oh wow. But like you said, them lyrics was kind of priming you for that next record. When
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It
oh,
was.
All right, we're
oh
going
wow.
there.
Well, goddamn. Like,
You like hold my beer.
right.
Right.
Hold my Hennessy, I guess. But
Come on. Okay. Like what you did there. That was cool.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
The days.
All right. Well, Silicon Valley.
Ladies, love yourselves. That's what he's saying. Like, he said it looked nice, but I want to know what's behind it. You know what I mean? So he like, ladies, love yourself, yo. And he
I
like
never.
he. Go ahead.
Well, I was. Well, no, go ahead, because what I had to say. Well,
Oh shit. Okay, all right.
Get your
I
point
just
off
like when you
before I
said, I
turn it
know you
around.
got a little bit of baggage, but never mind. I'm gonna look past it. You know what I mean? Like I might got a little skin. Okay, I ain't looking at that. You know what I mean? So this ain't
Right.
nothing but spitting game, honestly.
What is looking at that? Because he is describing it in great detail, the titty meats and tickle bitties and such.
That's what I was gonna say.
I knew
I
that's
was like,
what you were
I
doing
ain't never. I was like, wait a minute, did he say titty meat? I had to rewind it because I was
too.
like, I don't. No one's ever said that, but Silicon Valley. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like you barring a little bit, I get it, but
Barring up.
it right, it caught me off for a minute. Like,
That
what
nigga barred up.
this nigga say? Did he say what I think he said?
Did.
Right.
Repeatedly. Didn't say it one time neither.
Hmm.
Like we said about Maxwell, he's laying down game. Like that's what he's
So I said
doing.
quite flat.
Right. Laying it down on this record. Like, yeah. So, but yeah, that
It's to the
joint is
point
done.
where the message it just feel more tongue in cheek than anything.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he gonna give you a fake preachy song talking about titty meats and tickle bitties. He's winking.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This song is just a big wink. Like it's
yeah.
comical. It's funny.
Yeah. Again, like we said, he's not taking himself too serious.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's next?
Celebrate this was like the first time somebody in a song for me said you should just celebrate the small wins for real. You know what I mean? Another inspirational type of joint. You know what I mean? Like it's just and and what's his name Ron on piano to me is it's like it's church keys. So that's what's giving you the inspiration of that. You know what I mean? Like you should celebrate, the positivity because when you don't, it's like life gonna be too hard. Like why do that? So this is an inspirational record. We're getting to the inspirational part of the album now. You know what I mean? Like this is where he done did all the craziness. He done did all the, you know what I'm saying, the stuff with the girls. He done told you to drink as much liquor as you want to. Like we learning about his life. We learn about all that now. His like now let's inspire. I'm gonna inspire you at the end. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So this is starting it off. Celebrate the good wins. I thought this was a dojo, and to me, this is also giving his influences because I feel Stevie on here. I feel Curtis on here. Feel Marvin on here. This is the type of records that they will want to do. So I was like, I get it, Anderson. You know what I mean? Talking shit, but then
Hmm.
now inspire us. I get it.
I love the bass. Yeah, that bass line is. I mean, it ain't a bad bass line on this album. Like they just all yeah.
Yep.
Kelsey played his ass off.
Just,
Period.
just get in you. Like Keith Murray, I get in
Period.
you. You know?
Yeah.
You know what? This when I listened again today,
Mm-hmm.
this sound like a song that could have been on that first album, Venice. Because a lot of those songs felt like that on there, which is a different vibe, a different Anderson Paak, but I thought it was dope because it did feel like the wind down, to this album. And I know once I kind of reached this point in the album, like on my initial listen, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna run it back because this is amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just discovering all this, well, really discovering him and all the things he's capable of doing on this album musically, even lyrically, right? Like the him not being afraid to go outside the lines and not be one dimensional
Mhm.
with his messages. So yeah, I
Yeah.
thought this was dope, but it reminded me of that first album.
And shoot, Celebrate could even be on Ventura for real. Kind of got the
Mm,
precursor of what we got on Ventura for real. That could have been on it
right.
for real. So again, him having the sound that he could put this on the first and put this on the tour, like that just shows he's creating his own sound and it's dope. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. And
good, good one, sir.
one thing about Anderson, I love like different, like he got so many different sounds. Like, a No Worries album don't sound like like a Venice, Malibu, Oxnard, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
that's like darker. And
Hmm.
I just love I can get different versions of Anderson. Now I don't like that pop version. I don't like that one bit. But everything, I mean R&B, like I don't with that. But I just love what his different collaborations and projects and people he works with. I love how
Mm-hmm.
when he's with Free Nationals, that has a distinctive sound.
Hmm.
When he's with Knowledge, that has a specific sound. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. I
But it's
agree.
not completely boxed in, going back to Vegas point of it kind of goes in and out of the lines and explores
Hmm.
different things. So I love that for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we close with Dreamer. Don't stop now. Just keep dreaming. That's
If I can.
just keep dreaming. And that right there again, it's just he's ending it on some inspirational tip and got the choir, behind him and all of that. And
Hmm.
we bring the Malibu album to a close with the inspiration of it all. We got from titties to inspiration. How about that?
I, I mean, if you think about it, those things work in tandem
They really, yeah,
to make
I
true,
to make a
I
lot
do
of
feel
people
true,
very
inspired
happy.
from time to time. Yeah.
yeah, true, true. I
They're
mean,
not mutually exclusive, is what I'm trying to say.
that part, I agree. I agree. I agree. So, I mean, for y'all, so where would y'all put this in his catalog? Where would y'all put this? Is y'all think it's his favorite? Is it his best? Like, what do y'all think?
I would I would probably say for me it's his best, even though, he's done some dope stuff since then. But there's just something about this album that's just so raw and free and loose and, kind of like one foot in the poorhouse, one foot in the dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not fully over there with Dr. Dre and them. That's his big house. I'm going back to the small joint. And I think that's what I like about it. And even though he's still kind of the same character he always was,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just think the rawness of this album and the freedom to just say I'm gonna do and say whatever's coming to mind, and it's gonna be on this album. Because sometimes you're like Malibu, like, so how do you tie the song? Like, I didn't like. I was like, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just really, he got joints, and you feel everything from funk to jazz to soul to hip hop. Like you said, inspiration, ratchet shit, introspective stuff, relatable music. Like, I think that's why I like it so much because even though, like I said before, he still kind of does that. I think here this album had that much of an impression on me as a music fan. So
Yeah, right?
Where do you go after that?
Yeah,
I
because
used to
that
be on the radio, so
like you really encapsulated like this whole long ass conversation. Like, I'm like, yeah,
He really did.
definitely.
That's why I was
right,
like,
right.
I ain't got no more to say. He dropped the mic on that shit. Where do you go?
Yeah,
A lot of late nights freestyling on the radio, strictly hip hop. Shout out to
Right.
strictly hip hop. Kill know what it is when you hit that 3 a.m. block and you like, I don't feel like opening the mic for nothing. You got to say something.
Yes. Oh,
That's when you just I just mastered it now.
right. You can tell.
Right, right,
yeah, that was. I was like, yeah,
Right.
that guy
It's
sounds like he
like
knows. That guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
right,
that part.
I believe him.
right.
Yes. So this one I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm not gonna do a word song association, but I just noticed that this was like a cute little year for R&B. So I just want to talk about some albums from that year, and we could just kind of talk about what we felt about them.
Okay.
Pick about five. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of Anderson, that's when we got Yes Lord with the No Worries. Also that same year. Like this nigga was on
That
fire. Like he had so many
was.
projects at one time. Yeah.
Did, yeah. That was that year.
Yeah.
Because I was on it after Malibu. I
Yes.
was on it.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard body.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, he got something new? Okay.
Well.
That was it.
Gave gave you the same flavor, the
Hmm.
funk, all of that on this.
Yep.
I think my favorite probably was Starlight on this one. I think that
Mm.
was on this one. Uh
My ones I
what
get
else?
bigger.
Oh, okay.
I love that song.
Yeah,
I play
yeah.
that like it came out yesterday. That's my cousin.
Mm.
Yes. Okay, that it was on the and then side piece and all of that. So yeah. Yeah, that drum was dope. That drum, like they said, once I was already in with Anderson, I was in. So it didn't matter whatever he brought out. I was like, okay, I'm in. I was like,
I
I'm
think
in.
my I
You
think my
been like
favorite
that.
on that joint was Best One. That's what it's called, right?
Oh, yeah,
I love that's one of them repeat records for me where I'm just like, man, this is just so soulful and smooth and
Hmm.
like when I get to the point of I'm not even listening to the words, so I'm probably just saying whatever. Like I didn't know what I had to look at the title. Like, what did he say? Oh, Best One. Okay. Because I was starting to make up my own shit. Like, because it just sounds so good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's my record. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
you have it on vinyl?
Do
Oh shit!
Mm.
Show off.
Am. Yeah. I'm excited. It's very exciting. You know?
I see.
Get physical. Shout out to Matthew Allen. Get physical with my media.
That's right. That's right.
And I don't buy no mess. So I
Right.
got it. It's got well, that ain't no totally true. But usually if I got it, it's good. There's some exceptions in the collection. That happens. Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. 2016 was the year of A Seat at the Table from Solange.
Oh wow.
You hear me?
Damn, that was 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you because I know that's your shit.
I got to go off. I wanted to hear
That's Elisa's shit.
it is my shit. It's it's one of my favorite just albums ever. So it hit it hit just the right nerve at just the right time in me. Like I just really connected. I needed that album
Mm.
for my sanity and didn't realize how much I was really gonna need it going forward. So yeah.
Yeah, for her and Raphael to get together and create this, it was just like
Crazy.
that just goes to show like people can sleep. Like Raphael is still, that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and whoever then her sister started working with him. Not for this new one, but yeah, I'm no, no. I love you, Raphael. I do, but that Texas Hold'em shit can go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Speak your truth, brother.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
It's your truth.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to say that, and I don't want to be saying this shit online because I don't want no damn bees and shit. I ain't got time for that shit.
It's gonna be all right, Trey. I promise.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done going on. Go ahead.
So 2016 also brought us Maxwell's Black Summer's Night. And then all these pretty women.
Damn.
Wow, that was all the same year?
All the pretty
Yeah, like
women.
I'm like,
I
shit.
said it was a cute little year. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was.
It
Yeah, I played that one to death.
damn.
Like to death.
Same.
Listen,
Like when
I
I used to like my
Hey,
son
somebody
was
stop
in
the world. Shit. Please stop the
right. Oh, my son was in middle school when that came out, and I would have, I was working from home, so I would have to go pick him up. I would literally play that album. Don't ask me why. Every time I went to pick him up and just sit in the parking lot waiting for him singing every damn word. Like I know it used to be like, oh, he's an old head. Who that old head? That's your pops? Like, yes.
I love it. Love it.
world. All right. Also that year, um, that's ooh, well actually for Beyonce, that was Lemonade year. It was also We Are Kings album came out in 2016.
Oh, we are king.
One of
Yes.
my favorite albums. And
Yes.
2016 gave us 99.9% from K Tronada. Yes, Lord. And I still play that like
Yes, Lord.
yesterday.
Still.
Hard.
Yeah.
It sounds so good and it's just so big and it got everybody you want to hear on it. Like it's
Hmm.
it's that album is that girl. For real.
Yes, it is. The joint got it good with him and Craig David.
One too
One too
many with
many with him and
Fonte.
Fonte. Yep. Like that
Love
shit is so if y'all have not listened to that, go listen to that joint. K and I don't got no bad albums to me. So
that.
so yeah. Good one. Damn, that came out 2016 too. Like you said, it was a cute little year for real.
I just didn't realize how stacked it was. So I started looking and let's see who else came out. Well, that was Bruno Mars 24K Magic came out that year. Um, let's see. Um, BJ the Chicago Kid, In My Mind album came out that
That
year.
was that was my favorite album of 2016. I was playing that down, man.
Tweet,
I love that
Char
album.
Tweet put out the very, very underrated
Oh,
Charlene. Let me finish. The very, very underrated Charlene.
Charlene.
Yes,
Yeah,
Charlene.
Hmm. I remember that.
and
Um,
yes, and she said that's her best. So she felt like
I
she liked it better than some Southern Hummingbird.
I'm
Word?
always had a nostalgic connection to Southern Hummingbird, but I think it is her best work. If you want to keep it a bean, it's
I agree.
it's real.
I
It's so
agree.
authentic. It's real, and she's singing
Yep.
for blood. She
Yep.
is singing. I love that album. I still run that
That's
album.
the album that had the song Magic on it.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the
yeah.
one.
Yep. hmm
I was like, I know I heard it.
And you could just tell what that album Tweet did what she wanted to do. There was no politics with it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think, they just let her be free on it. And I think that's why she reveres that album so much. She was like, I know everybody loves Southern Hummingbird, but like Elise said, it's the nostalgia of it that we all
Right.
love. You know what I mean? But that Charlene is nothing to play with at all.
Yeah,
Like, whew,
high replay value. Um, and then
yes.
one of my favorite Terrace Martin albums came out that year too, which is Velvet Portraits. I really love that album.
Mm.
And this ain't R&B, but he was on the album.
Yep.
Your
Schoolboy Q put
boy,
out an
Terrence
album too.
Martin.
So 2016 was,
Which album was that?
huh? Blank Face.
Which Schoolboy Q album?
Blank Face
Blank
LP.
Face. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
What a year.
Um,
That was a little, good little cute year for R&B.
yeah. We needed some cute years.
Yeah, we needed that. That was the year I was starting to get like
Yeah.
I was starting to get like my faith back a little bit.
Oh shit.
It didn't go all the way hold up, but no, but not for Main Street, but nah, it was a vision of like some nice things that came out after that came. So thank you,
Yeah.
2016. I mean, it gave
Yep.
me some of my favorite albums, like all time albums. That's crazy. In 16,
And we might as well really throw D'Angelo in there because D'Angelo came in December of 2014. So
just
2015, we was rocking to Black Messiah.
yeah, yeah,
And 2016, because I still was rocking to that shit in 2016.
yeah,
What? Whew.
yeah. Well, y'all, I think we did
Mm-hmm.
it. I think we did it.
We did. We did. We
Did it.
did. I was hyped all day to talk
We
about
couldn't
this
tell
album
it
for
all.
real.
We couldn't tell it all.
Oh, all right. Okay. I
Look,
like what you did there.
that's what.
Right now, I caught that one.
I know.
Right.
I make sure.
Up, up. I don't like you
Yeah.
at all.
The lies, the lies. But yeah, nah, Vegas, we appreciate you kicking it with us. But before we let you go, tell us any
As
parting words,
usual.
whatever you want to say, or if you got anything going on that you would like people to know about.
Yeah, well, you can follow me on social media at Vegas World INC. If you like hip hop culture, news, not gossip, not I don't talk about people getting arrested and all that dumb shit. Okay. There's enough of that. Court cases. I don't cover that. But I do cover the news as it relates to hip hop music and culture. And I
Yes.
give my perspective on a couple of things. And I've been working my way to a subscriber count that YouTube will let me monetize. You know what I'm saying? After all this work.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's really about the content and celebrating the music and talking about it, kind of like we're doing here. I'm a big music fan. Obviously, I'm not just a hip hop fan like some guys, but it all comes together for me. And one of the things, one of the reasons why I still do it outside of my job is just the people. You know what I'm saying? You like talking hip hop on social media. You like being in the comment section somewhere, whatever. Um, Talking about the albums you love and list and all kinds of crazy things. So I try to make sure I stay on top of what's dope and try to make sure that I put it out there and share it with people. So you might be somebody who you listen to a lot of hip hop back in the days. You don't really listen now. You may want to, but you don't know what's out, who's still rapping. That was my whole idea with this podcast, was to just be informative and do the work for you. A lot of whack albums I didn't press play on for you, just to tell you, nah, don't listen to that one. Don't even waste your time. You know.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
thank you. Yes. Because I'll be like, nah. If I see it, Vegas be like, nah, y'all don't. I'm like, good. I don't have to press play. Thanks.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, also thanks for having me on. I'm
Oh,
jealous. Elise has two records that I'm like, I need to get them now because why don't I have them? Just even looking at the vinyl, I'm mad. And rest in peace, Sly Stone. That's why I put the
I
yes,
Sly
peeped it.
Family
yes,
Yeah, I
Stone
peeped
yes,
joint
it.
out.
indeed. R.I.P.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you
Wow.
know what? So apropos to talk
Our
about this
legends,
Malibu,
man.
and so apropos to talk about this Malibu album because it is so much of that influence in this. So
Hmm.
so much.
Yes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, it's the
Mm-hmm.
part of daring to be black and weird. Shit, here for it. But
True.
but yeah, we thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank you, Vegas. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we love y'all. Make sure to Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a random stranger about the R&B representatives. And we will catch y'all on the next Catch That. Peace. Always peace.
Peace.